I love walking down this one-way street. Just gonna pull up my phone. Listening to probably the best Freddie Gibbs album of all time. Alfredo 2. You know, I love this car. It's a shame somebody cut the brake cables. But, you know, I'm on my way to get that serviced, so hopefully it's not a bad thing. I really should have called a tow truck, but, I mean, what are the odds, like, I need to brake? It's only a short trip down this one-way road. I'm just gonna keep walking down this street. Got both my AirPods in, so I can't really hear anything. It's so nice to just be immersed in this music, you know? The music of Is that... Hey! Hey, get out of the road! Probably best album in the whole world, if I'm being honest. I mean, just... Get out of the road! Oh, what the hell, man? Sorry, somebody cut my brake cable. Oh, well, you know, it's a pretty nice car you got there. Oh, thanks. A giant version of us made it for me. Giant Huey. Yeah. My favorite part about the car is probably the pillar headlights on the rear. I love the way that they, you know, follow the body lines of the car. That's like just iconic, you know? Oh, yeah, I mean, and don't forget about the hatch. Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree. So you just watched that amazing intro that I just handcrafted. And yeah, the video is just about that car. So it's actually my favorite car of all time. It's a 1998 Honda CR-V. I handmade it, and if you keep watching, then you'll be able to see me make it every step of the way. If you are not inclined to watch a 45-minute video of just arts and crafts with some narration, you can go ahead and click off. I appreciate you clicking on this video and watching through that intro. It took me so long to make, so thank you guys. Thank you. Seriously. For everybody who's staying, check this thing out. I am very proud of it. Now, first thing you're gonna say, how could you be proud of it? It looks like shit. I don't really care what you think. I think it looks really nice. I really like the sketched out look. I like the way that you can tell by the Honda logo that it's a Honda, and you can tell by the text CR-V that it's a CR-V. And check this out. I mentioned this in the skit in the beginning. The hatchback actually, oh my god. Don't embarrass me. Do not embarrass me. Do not embarrass me. Do not embarrass me. Oh my god. Oh my god, are you trying to embarrass me? Talking to a fucking paper car right now. Yeah, so the hatchback even opens up with like no effort at all. And you can see the like into the driver's seat from behind. So it's pretty neat. Like I said, appreciate you watching. For those of you who haven't clicked off, you get to enjoy a second intro. I think I'm gonna burn it. Appa's barking.
Appa, no! Don't eat the bologna that shrinks you! No! Appa!
Okay, welcome back. Hope you guys enjoyed that awesome intro. First part of my process making this type of thing is thumbnail sketches. So I've got these sketches here. So you know what the thing I'm making looks like. I actually don't know what it looks like yet. I mean, I know what a CR-V looks like. Yeah, the plan is to make basically a net. Like if you were to take the shape of the CR-V and then unfold it into like a flat texture. I've done a project like this before. I made a Winnebago camper for a D&D campaign. That was like this big. but the wheels were two-dimensional. I want to try doing something more three-dimensional than I've done before.
Yeah, so as I said, we're drawing thumbnail sketches in this section. Really just a small sketch to kind of get an idea of the scale and kind of more so for me while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about how I'm going to build the machine. And yeah, that's just what I'm doing as a smaller scale sketch. So while that's going on, I want to talk to you guys about something. As I got a Nazi comment, uh, my like fourth ever comment on this whole YouTube channel, and it's a fucking Nazi. I don't even know what he posted because I removed it, but it was some Nazi dog whistle. I looked it up because I didn't know what it was, and I was like, oh, this is some Nazi shit. I gotta remove it. So, this video is kind of like for the Nazis. I hope you guys get so fucking bored you just click off and leave because I really don't. It's not even that I don't want Nazis to like join the movement. It's just like I don't want them doing their Nazi shit during the movement. Like if I know you're a Nazi because you're acting like a Nazi, that's a fucking problem, and I really don't want to have you around. So I removed the comment just because like fuck that guy. Like why? You know, it will always just annoy me. But yeah, I figured I'd make kind of a back to basics video. This here is me making like it's another kind of, excuse me, I've trailed off. It's another kind of like early version of it. I'm gonna use this for like an idea of the scale and like uh, when we go into building the wheels, I'm gonna compare the wheels to it. It's not perfect. I don't put the hood on in this shape. You know what? It's not that complicated. I don't even need to explain it to you. I'm just gonna make this shit real quick so that I have something to look at while I'm building the rest of the car. Um, but yeah, other than that Nazi comment, I also need to tell you guys I have started up Let's Plays. I had to post them unlisted because YouTube will like ruin my shit if I post a Let's Play to this channel with no thumbnail and no interesting title. But if anybody who's watching this is interested in just hearing me talking and like watching me do something, which I mean that's what you're doing now, you might be good for the Let's Plays. You can just go into the playlist. It's called My Let's Plays. Um, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the Let's Plays are coming along. They've really inspired me to play some of my favorite video games again. Um, the first game we played was Dishonored, and then I played Arkham Asylum, and now I'm going to do the DLC for Dishonored. So I'm probably going to do, after that, Arkham City, and then Dishonored 2, and then Arkham Origins, and then Dishonored Death of the Outsider, and then Arkham Knight. And then from there, I'm not sure, but those are all some of my favorite games, and I love that it's like an overarching story with, you know, it's all of them have such good atmosphere that, you know, you just gotta pay respect. So that's what I'm doing on the channel is like trying to pay respect to them.
I think what I'm going to do now is go right ahead into making the wheels.
Here you've got me working on the wheels. I am using a compass to kind of draw them, cut them out. In the bottom right, you see me sharpening my pencil. I'm kind of just trying to, yeah, I don't know. I don't, I don't know. I'm trying to do this recording in one take because I really want not to say like sorry, like this video is kind of low effort. Uh, but it's actually, well, you can see me working, and this is all 8 times speed. So I think overall this project took me maybe 10 or 15 hours during a work week. Like I didn't do this on a weekend. So it was a lot of work, and the intro to this video, both intros also took a lot of work. So I'm kind of just like, if you watch the first 5 minutes of this video, then you got the engaging part. And now here we are. If you're listening to this, thank you, seriously, for making it past the engagement part and into just like the part where I'm actually doing what the video title and thumbnail are going to say. I have mad respect for you. Yeah. 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 But yeah, this took, I don't know, it didn't take too long, and I highly recommend anybody at home. I mean, you saw how mine came out, and I'm proud enough about it that I'm making a YouTube video. You guys could easily make one that's like 10 times better if you really spent time looking more at the reference photos and thinking more about how you're going to do it beforehand. Like, y'all could do this so well. I really believe in you. The way I'm doing it is I just like to have fun, like putting stuff together and like I just like using glue and scissors and pencil, and it's fun for me to just do it like this way. But if I really wanted to build like a perfect scale model, or maybe not, obviously not perfect, but if I really wanted to make a nice, good scale model, I could spend a lot more time doing that. It's just I've got a weekly upload schedule for this YouTube channel, so I don't really want to do that. But
I don't typically like to do repeating patterns. It hurts my hand.
Yeah,
I
I
am
will
going
say
for like a
towards the end,
sketchbook
when I was
kind of
putting the
look with
bumpers
this
on, I was,
model.
like, so
So
tired of working on
when
this
it
thing.
comes to having the pattern
I'm
not be
definitely
like
somebody who
perfectly
gets
repeating,
bored
it
of the
fits the art
projects they
style.
make.
So I've got
That's
this
what y'all
this
saw in the
tread right
intro.
here, and
That was me
I'm actually
burning my
really stoked with
previous
how it
projects.
looks.
I thought I'd show more of
Treads and
that
my
in this
tires
video,
done.
but
Really, all I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
think we-
is figure out a final
I don't think
size
it's
of
something.
the wheels, and
I mean-
then I'm gonna use my compass
I mean, it is a fire,
to create
so
the
that's
the
not
actual
why,
like
but,
hub.
I mean, you
I guess we'll
clicked on
call
the
it.
video just to watch me do this shit. And yeah, here I am. This is me drawing and assembling each individual wheel. Well, you already saw me do one. And these are the other four. It's four wheels because it's got the four wheels that a car normally has, and also a spare tire on the back. Oh, I gotta tell you guys about this car. So this was my first ever car. It was my grandpa's car. He bought it in 1998, and I got it from him, and they've since passed away. Both of my grandparents on that side, and so the car means a lot to me because, like, for that familial reason. But then also, you get into the car and it's got the cloth seats with this like this pattern, and you'll see when I'm drawing it. Or you could look up pictures. I could show you a picture, but I don't really want to find a picture and show it. The headrests have like a hole in them. You'll see they're like rectangles with like a donut hole. So you could have a ponytail or a bun. I almost called it a man bun. That's so heteronormative. You could have a ponytail or a bun and stick it through the back of the headrest, and it was like, I mean, it was just probably definitely the most ergonomic car I've ever had. It had the perfect armrest. It had the perfect center console. It had, because it was like, truck classified. So CRV stands for compact recreational vehicle. And because of that classification, it had like a hallway between the driver and passenger seat. It didn't have like a center console that went down to the floor. You could like, I don't know, it just felt like such a spacious car. Like and in high school, I drive my friends around, and we had so much fun in that car. And one day, shortly after high school ended for me, I I was driving in it, and it started overheating and started smoking, and I tried making it home that day, and it looking back, what happened was I think the radiator was clogged, and then the head gasket blew. And back in the day, those were two things where, my dad and I could have fixed it, but my dad was like, well, like we were busy at the time. I've explained how my family, like, we always get projects going on. We're all handy, so like we ended up building the house that you see in this video that I'm living in. Not instead of working on the CRV, but I'm sure my dad had a project like that. He was working on some shit that like gave him no extra time, and I didn't know how to change a head gasket. Nowadays, I do know that thing, and I could have fixed that car, and I have like this sense of guilt over it because it's my favorite car of all time. Like it was such a nice drive, and like ugh, it was just an amazing car to have. And again, like having it connected to me and my grandpa, and like now I know it's just sitting in a junkyard somewhere, and it's such a shame. But I mean, such is life. Sometimes things come and go, and you're just not expecting them to, like, or even if you are expecting them to, maybe you realize late that they didn't have to be that way, but because it's late, yeah, they did, and it makes me, you just gotta be thankful for what you have, like always. Always be thankful for what you have. Always be thankful for your family, and like I don't know. I don't know. Do I sound like a hippie or something? I bet I don't know. I don't know. But the point is, this car means a lot to me, but it's also like a really nice fucking car. Like one of the all-time classics. It had a CD player under the driver's seat. So we're in that kind of era. The CD player took a cartridge, so you put 5 CDs in, and then you like slot them in to the CD player under the seat. I still have the radio in my room because me and my buddy, we tried to replace the radio with one that had Bluetooth. Um, I fucked it up. That's another thing. If I had it today, I could have done it perfectly, and like I would have had a nice radio. But instead, like I just had a shitty radio in the car. But I've still got the original OEM Honda radio. I'm looking at it right now in my room. So, so, yeah. I mean, long story short, that car just means so much to me, and I genuinely just love it. Excuse me for yawning. Excuse me for yawning. Hmm. So I'm doing this all in one take. What you're watching here on a video, I just put the rear panel together with the hatchback. Um, you can see, actually in that picture I just showed you, or in my drawing, when I show it, you can see the holes in the headrest I'm talking about. That's the kind of shape they were. And it was just so ergonomic because like the back of your head would fit perfectly into that hole, but it was still like firmly protected by the headrests from like whiplash. I mean, I don't know why they don't make car headrests like that anymore. It was definitely the best way to have a headrest ever, and yet this is the other thing I guess I can complain about in this video is they don't make shit like they used to. I'm gonna be an old person sitting on my lawn or sitting on my porch yelling at you to get off my lawn, but I mean they need to they just need to start making good cars again. That's one of my like ultimate goals with the politics stuff as far as like, you know, getting the minimum wage up and like having people having buying dollars is like I want corporations to have to compete. Because you know something? They used to put a picnic table in every CRV. And at some point they stopped doing it because they didn't have to spend the money on it. There's no reason to stop doing it. So the picnic table was integrated as, like, you know how usually under the trunk, like under the trunk mat, there's like a secret compartment in most cars? It was like the cover of that, you could you could fully take it out and unfold it into a picnic table. So it was like perfectly built into the car. It was nothing but a value add it was like it was just like it was like why not do this? It's like the perfect thing. Um, and they don't do it anymore because they don't have to, because no other car company's doing it, they don't really give a shit. If they were, it's like Honda could outsell them because Honda's one of the big like 3 or 4 car companies. So it's like it's kind of like fuck you. Doesn't matter what you want. We're gonna make a car that is like generic and standard and basic, and you can just go fuck yourself. And it just pisses me off so much that every industry is like this. I mean, phones, computers, I've already said cars, uh, but like anything, I mean, any industry is like that. If you just look around like hard enough, I mean, that's the reason I'm most excited about the Valve hardware that they're releasing, is like it's going to cause some competition. Like they already have a competitor to the Nintendo Switch, uh, and so that's like one thing. But now they're competing with the entire console market, and so it should make PlayStation and Xbox have to get better. That's what I want to see. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if they will actually improve. Xbox seems like so checked out. I think they just kind of own everything. But it's a shame. It's a shame since they own everything. Why are they not making games? I think game development is much more costly than just buying game studios and closing them down. Uh, but that's just so sad. Like, why don't they? Why the hell would you buy a game studio and buy IP if you weren't going to make a video game? You know, like, doesn't that just make you want to cry? Like, why the hell? Why the hell? Now fucking Netflix, they just bought the rights to Big Chungus. They're gonna make a new Big Chungus movie. It's gonna be fucking woke. I saw the pre-release footage. Big Chungus was dabbing, wearing a rainbow T-shirt, and I'm like, oh my god, why did they have to make Big Chungus woke? Of all people, Big Chungus was like my thing. Big Chungus was my thing, and Netflix just buys Big Chungus like it's no big deal. Like it just pisses me off that you could just buy the rights to something like Big Chungus and just make like, oh look, Big Chungus is woke now. Big Chungus stands up for trans rights now, everybody. And it's like, no, fuck that. I'm saying like my Big Chungus. Yeah, sure, he loves everybody. You know, he's a Christian. But my Big Chungus, he didn't go around saying like oh, I'm woke and you suck. You know, like I know this new Big Chungus, he's gonna suck. I just know it's gonna suck. And my problem with Big Chungus is not that they're making him woke. My problem with Big Chungus is that they're just gonna make it bad, you know? This is what they do. They just buy the shit and they make it a worse version of it and try to sell it back to you because you have a memory of it. And it's like, why don't you just make something good? You know, it makes me want to punch these fucking executives right in the fucking brain. It's like, why the hell did you do this? You could have made your own Big Chungus, you know? Or you could have bought Big Chungus and just made something that was true to himself. You know, you didn't have to do this. I'm kidding. They don't. Big Chungus isn't real, guys. He can't hurt you. But Netflix did just buy Warner. At the time of recording, that was 2 days ago. I'm like, what the fuck? Seriously, first of all, that's just how you know, like, they gave the president a bribe, or they gave his administration a bribe.
Getting all super yard. Basic body shape, pretty well. Just rear, side, front. Basically, next to front windshield and front grill, and then maybe between the doors on the side, and then the finishing touches. Yeah, I'm super so far. It's a bit shorter than the scale, which just make it should be slightly longer, I think.
Because
The
it's like
front tires should be in the hood, and the windshield should have a longer slope. But I made the base on screen, and so it has a body around that. So yeah, hopefully a little bit longer. I'm gonna try to in the hood, so you basically round outside. We'll see. So it's like the inside. The first time with this part. So it's like the inside.
So it's like not illegal, I guess. But yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, how Netflix owns Batman now? And we're just going to be fine with that? Netflix owns Batman. Netflix owns the Lego movie? Really? Netflix owns the Lego movie. Does that mean Netflix owns Lego Ninjago? I thought that was a pretty good movie, to be honest. I, I, I really, I'm kind of confused why they didn't keep making sequels to Lego movies, to be honest with you guys. But now that Netflix owns it, they're gonna make 10 sequels. They're gonna be 8 episode shows that you're meant to watch while scrolling on TikTok at the same time, and the animation quality is gonna be terrible, and they're not gonna have any of the original voice actors. And it's like, why did you have to make the Lego movie woke? I thought the Lego movie was just fine the way it is, but you made it woke? God damn it. And it's so crazy. I asked ChatGPT about the deal because I kept finding reporting either from like Netflix dick riders or from somebody like or from people who were just like doing entertainment news. I wanted news about the actual finances of it. Something like 80 something billion total in the transaction. 59 billion of it is financed with debt, guys. So, do you know what a leveraged buyout is? Leverage buyout, in simple terms, it's a thing that corporations have been doing to buy each other since like the 1930s, I think. But basically, what you do is you get a lot of debt. Like you take a giant loan from the bank, and you justify that loan by saying, "We'll use this money to buy this company, and this company will increase our revenue enough to pay back the loan." Right? So Netflix, one of the largest leverage buyouts of all time. It's $59 billion of debt. So they paid 80 something billion in cash, or 30 billion in cash, and 50 billion in debt. So a bank gives Netflix $50 billion, and the justification for giving Netflix all of that money is basically saying, yeah, Warner Brothers is going to make that money for us. So Warner Brothers is basically buying themselves. And this is something that's been going on since the 1930s. Whenever an industry wants to consolidate, basically what happens is, for so long the Warner Brothers executives have wanted to get out. I don't know why, but they seem to hate TV and movies and streaming, and they just like seem to hate everything. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't just replace your management with people who cared, but they all seem to just want to like sell the fucking company and get rid of it. So Netflix comes along and they're like, "We'll give you 80 billion. We'll give you 80 billion for Batman." Batman alone is worth 100,000 billion. I'm just saying, like you could just make Batman movies till the end of time and you could print money with it. You know? So it's like, why would you ever sell Batman? The only reason is because the Warner Brothers executives do not care. They don't care about your IP. They don't care about you as a customer. They do not give a shit. And so Netflix is like, yeah, we'll buy all the IP, all the streaming, and everything. And then we'll just I don't know. I don't know what the next step is. I really don't know what the next step is. Paying off the loan using the using Warner Brothers money, the money that Warner Brothers now generates. So the workers are still doing the same jobs, they're still creating the same value, but now it goes to Netflix in order to pay off the debt that Netflix accrued in order to buy all the workers. And the executives make money from selling all the workers. Like, once you start thinking about it in terms like that, like from a Marxist perspective, it's like, holy shit, everything that just happened here is really, really fucked up. Everything that just happened here is really fucked up. Some executives just sold the rights to a bunch of IP created by people who don't own the IP. And that IP is being kept up by artists who also don't own the IP or the company. And so the company gets sold, and these artists just have to work for a new company now. And that new company now has to pay off $50 billion in debt that it accrued in order to buy all the artists from the other company. It's like, It's like, what the fuck? That makes no sense unless you were evil. That makes absolutely no sense unless you like wanted the world to work like that because you wanted to make money off of it. Which the thing is, the Netflix executives and the Warner Brothers executives are making so much fucking money off of it. It's insane. It's insane. It's like it's like, and the thing is, even not from a Marxist lens, even from just a law and order perspective, the FTC should be doing its job and should be blocking the transaction. What Netflix is doing should be illegal, and yet, and yet, and yet, here we are. We live in a fucking lawless world, and they get mad. They get mad when like Charlie Kirk gets shot. I think it's fucked up that he got shot, or whatever. I made a whole video about it. I'm not here to give you my entire opinion again, but I think it's crazy that he was publicly executed without a trial. I think that's like kind of wrong, because if you believe in the death penalty, you should believe in giving a trial as well. Um, and if you don't believe in the death penalty, then you shouldn't believe in public execution. That's my opinion. I don't, if you're like one of these fuckers that really hated Charlie Kirk, that's fine. I'm not here to argue with you. We can agree to disagree. It's fine. Thanks for watching this far into the video. I appreciate it. But the thing is, they get mad when like they basically just break the fucking laws. They take our gods. Batman is one of the new gods. Big Chungus is one of the new gods. They take our gods and they exploit them for profit, and they get mad when people of this generation react violently. It's like that's all we've been sold. We've been sold this soulless world, this soulless community with Marvel movies and stupid shit. And we just grow up our whole lives watching YouTube videos. What's going to be in the next Marvel movie? What's going to be in the next Big Chungus movie? What's going to be next for Batman and DC? And that shit is meant to excite you into spending money on it. And they spent so long buying our goodwill, exciting us into spending money on the next Marvel movie and the next this and the next that. And then you just sell it all away along with the artists who make all of it. And how are people like me supposed to react to that information? Really, how are we supposed to react to that information? Other than just saying like, this shit is insane. It shouldn't be happening. It absolutely shouldn't be happening. And I completely understand, in a world that makes no sense, I completely understand turning to violence as a way to make it make sense. Because if you can exert violence on the world, then you can reclaim agency. You can be the god, rather than like, if you're gonna sell Batman, why not I be Batman? I see an evil. I'm going to manage that evil the way that Batman would, which is, I mean, Batman wouldn't kill, but say like Big Chungus, he'd probably do a butt bounce on his head, ground pound him right in the fucking head, break his neck. Charlie Kirk, I'm talking about. Big Chungus would have hated Charlie Kirk. I'm kidding. We shouldn't speak ill of the dead. He's gone, and he can't hurt us anymore unless we talk about him in a way that makes it seem like he's more powerful than he is. Excuse me, y'all. So this is all one take, this audio recording you're reading. I stopped talking about the art and the art thing that I'm making in the background. But I hope you can forgive that. I really hope that you can forgive that, because I'm making this shit fucking live action. I bet you didn't expect for me to do a live, unedited 47-minute take. Or maybe it's 40 minute. Only 40 minutes and 39 second take. I mean, I didn't even know if I could pull it off, but I've only got 5 minutes left to fill, and I'm going to try to say something interesting in the next 5 minutes. Something that's going to make it worthwhile that you watched this far into the video. So by the way, y'all, I do really, really, if you've made it this far, I am so thankful. Like, you you have made me happy. like I can't really describe the feeling of being connected to somebody over the internet the way that this is, like getting views on a YouTube channel, getting comments or getting a like is like it's like somebody cares, you know? It's like it's and I have people in my real life that care about me, uh but just somebody like the crazy thing is somebody cares about my specifically my art, the thing that I'm making for the internet. And I'm just putting it out there, and it gets swallowed up into the content void. But there's people out there who will just leave a comment and say something, something, and it makes me happy, I guess. So if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. You make me happy. But also, there's Nazis in the comment section. So the thing is, I don't know if that guy was a bot or what. Because his comment made no sense. It was simply a Nazi dog whistle and then the finger to mouth emoji, like the shh emoji, and I'm like, I don't know. That was so. I'm gonna make another video where I'm gonna talk about the comments on my slavery video, and that'll be my next video. But so I kind of want to save it for there, but we're so close to the end of this video that I feel like nobody's watching anymore. Um, I don't think you should call people bots on the internet, because Jesus teaches us that we should do unto others as we would have them do unto us. And if we want to change hearts and minds in this struggle for like creating a just society, we need to trust other people, because if we know that we're correct, then all we need is for other people to listen to us and trust us. And the only way to have them listen to us and trust us is for us to listen to them and trust them. So it's like, yeah, I know it's scary to have like an actual conversation with somebody who you disagree with, but you really just need to say like, okay, well, I know I'm correct, so I'm going to act like this guy is correct. For a little while, I'm going to say, what do I agree with? What can I agree with? What does this person's perspective mean to me? And not just like hating on them, but seriously saying like what is this person? And we don't do that enough in the comments section. People say that the left has a messaging problem. That and for me, it's like it's people also say real politics doesn't happen on the internet, and it's like, I think the left has a messaging problem with its politics on the internet. If you meet a left-wing person in real life, somebody who's like doing the shit for real, they're genuinely one of the nicest people you'll meet. Um, yeah, unless I won't say like any leftist person that I've met in real life has been like incredibly nice, willing to have a conversation, and I mean, I obviously like am on their side, so I don't get a lot of flack from them, but people on the internet. So there's one thing. This comment I'm gonna make a video about, or I'm gonna dedicate part of my next video to this comment. Is like the guy was basically saying, and if you didn't watch my slavery video, this isn't gonna make sense. He was basically saying like crime is a choice, and black people are choosing to do crime because they don't know no better. Like they basically just want their gold chains and stuff. Uh, and he had more things to say. He directly addressed things I said in the video, right? So I knew he wasn't a bot. I knew it wasn't. And he wrote a long comment. It was like, he said, as a black man in a black community, like I know this and that, and you know, I'm I'm reading that, and I'm not going to deny his perspective. I can't deny his perspective. If I do that, yeah, I might get internet points, but I'm not going to change a heart. I'm not going to change a mind. And anybody who sees my response, who maybe agrees with the other guy, they're going to leave a way thinking about how, like, the other guy was right and I got mad because I'm a leftist. You know, they're not going to leave thinking, oh, that was actually a civil discussion and I have a more nuanced worldview, even if I don't fully agree with either perspective. Now I understand a little bit more. The other thing is, like, the video isn't about black or white or, you know, how lazy black people are. The video is about slavery. Uh, and I just the guy in his comment, he's, you know, other than saying black people don't know better and stuff like that, he said like, oh shit, the video's about to end. Oh shit. Look, guys, thanks for watching. Pick it up in the next video. Next video is Christmas is half off. See you guys later.